Father God, during Black Women's Lift Every Chair and Swing Month, during Black Women's the Battle of Montgomery Month, Lord, I rebuke the blood oath that Satan has with Nick and Vanessa Lachey. Papa bon Dieu, jodi a m'lever Vanessa, papa bon Dieu, m'lever Nick Lachey, papa bon Dieu, m'voye tous les deux nan mon papa, efface yo nan figi nou, moi ça, during Black Women's Lift Every Folding Chair and Swing Month, efface yo, démasqué yo nan figi nou, papa bon Dieu, they are useless. They are useless, papa bon Dieu, retirez yo nan figi nou, matin ça, moi ça, papa bon Dieu, tant pis. Tant pis, papa, tant pis, papa bon Dieu qui dans le ciel là, tant pis, I don't know, papa bon Dieu, tant pis, papa bon Dieu, tant pis, please, God, please, Jesus. It's your sister. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Make sure that you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm looking at my statistics and it's saying a lot of y'all are watching, but y'all not subscribing. Subscribe, please. Okay? Give me a like, share, okay? Y'all, let's go ahead and just get into this puss-ass reunion. I'm not even gonna waste y'all motherfucking time. You know what? Actually, before we get into this puss-ass reunion, I want to address a couple things that I saw in the comment section of my last video. You know, in my last video, I told y'all, Alex, real nigga. Realest nigga I've seen on a dating show. He may be white, but during this 60th anniversary of the March on Wall Street, what is it, the March on Wall Street? The March on, I'm sorry, what was the march again? What's they were marching again? In DC, right? Selma. During the 60th anniversary of the March on Selma month, during the Battle of Montgomery month, during the Lift Every White Folding Chair and Swing month, he a real nigga. And I stand 10 toes down in my opinion, okay? We're gonna dissect. We're really gonna dissect why I say that, because I feel like a lot of y'all, people in general, y'all hear what y'all wanna hear. Y'all hear what y'all wanna hear. Y'all don't know how to assess a situation by listening to everything. You guys just hear what you want to hear. You don't listen to everything. And that's why I feel that a lot of you, it is my opinion, that those of you who felt that Alex was wrong, that Alex was heartless to Roxanne and all that, y'all did not listen. Y'all was not paying attention. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dissect his real niggadom at this very moment. Then we're gonna get into, you know, who stayed together, and then we're gonna get into that puss-ass reunion. That was a fucking waste of my motherfucking time. Nick and Vanessa Lachey, fuck y'all. Y'all are horrible hosts. I cannot stand y'all. I cannot wait till Netflix and Kinetic let y'all asses motherfucking go. Y'all were useless at this reunion. The whole point of a reunion is to recap, especially recap the highlighted moments, and to hold people accountable. Y'all ain't do none of that. And that cheap ass sippy cup and that cheap ass pacifier that y'all gave Lisa, that shit was, what the fuck was that? All that money y'all making off these dating shows, and this is what you give Lisa? That puss ass, that dry ass pacifier, and that dry ass sippy cup with the logo. You can just print out the logo from Google and put it on the pacifier. Y'all not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Y'all not embarrassed? Shit. Let's get into Alex and Roxanne. Okay, so first off, let's just keep in mind, right, that before Roxanne and Alex had their fallout in the kitchen in their apartment, everything was good, okay? Everything was good. Roxanne, her whole personality is being ambitious, being a boss, having businesses, making money. And when she looked at Alex, that was his whole personality trait as well. Was him having a job, him making money, him being an entrepreneur, him being a boss. That was the entire trait. We never saw Roxanne ever ask Alex anything real. The only time we ever saw her have a conversation where she asked Alex anything about himself was when she asked Alex if he had ever done anal sex. Other than that, please, if you can recount a scene where Alex ever where Roxanne ever asked Alex any real questions about what he brought to the table to a marriage outside of just making money and being a provider and being ambitious. I'm ambitious. I'm independent. All the women independent. Like, that's her entire personality trait. That's her whole entire personality trait. She brings nothing else to the table. And to be honest, as a man, if you don't have that, she doesn't see you. She doesn't see you. And if she does see you, that's all she sees is what you are bringing to the table financially, okay? So everything was fine with them. They met each other's parents. Everything was cool. What do y'all like about each other? We got jobs. We make money. Money. That was the only thing they ever talked about. That was the only thing they ever talked about, and everything was perfect, right? Until the girls had a night out and the boys had a night out, and it happened at the same time, right? So first, we're gonna go to Roxanne's conversation with Kat. Kat is Alex's real girlfriend. Kat is who gave Alex the ultimatum.
So far, it's been good, honestly. I feel like I'm cleaner than Antonio for sure. I feel like crumbs or stuff like that.
Oh shit, yeah, that stuff. Drives me crazy. Alex is very clean.
We've watched like YouTubes. He's got all these like theories from YouTube. Oh my god, they saw UFOs and they move like this and then they're like this, and he had this whole like story, which is nice. He gets like super excited about.
Absolutely not. I actually hate that shit. Huh?
But I'm like, that's sweet that he gets excited about, which is super sweet too. He's like said that like several times. Like, it's for Roxanne. So yeah.
So
like a nap.
Mind you, right? Roxanne told Alex that he was heartless and he was cold. And some of y'all said that in the comments. But listen to what Kat tells Roxanne.
Like this. He's definitely doing everything for you, which is super sweet too. He's like said that like several times. Like, it's for Roxanne. So
Yeah, he's definitely thoughtful. For me, it's more just he lacks planning ahead.
He's definitely thoughtful. Okay, so Kat was telling her in her communications with Alex is always telling her how he's doing things for Roxanne, this is for Roxanne, and Roxanne cements that, okay? She cements that by saying, yeah, he's very thoughtful. My only thing with him is just he doesn't plan ahead.
Yeah, which I really need. Anyways, I'm trying to like not shit talk. So it's been so cool being able to live with Alex and have the qualities that I've always thought maybe that's what I need to get married. Alex and I, it's really cool because we talk a lot of business stuff together. Mm-hmm. So I feel like we have a lot in common.
Everything is business.
Shit all the time, which is really cool.
Has he been able to work?
Oh, we've been working like crazy. We like do breakfast, then we work, then we have lunch together.
We work.
I learned a lot about myself, literally living with him. I was open to sleeping together. Like, I was open to hooking up. I was open to holding hands.
So, is Alex open?
I think he's totally open. If I said Alex, he'd be like...
This is what she's saying in front of Kat.
100%.
Total asshole.
I mean, it's intense. I think he's totally open. If I said Alex, he'd be like... 100%. I mean, it's intense. Like a roller coaster. Which is good. I got chills. Literally thinking about it. I know I came into this knowing for sure my decision would be very hard.
And sometimes I feel like it's okay to not know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm notorious for never knowing.
Yeah. I feel like you're pretty decisive.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Except for this decision.
Yeah.
We all came here for a certain reason.
Yeah.
And it's to figure out what the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Right? Marrying someone is the biggest decision of your life. Mm-hmm. I think I take that so seriously. A lot.
So basically she had nothing but positive things to say about Alex, right? Now, what I loved about the reunion, see, this is what I love and hate about reality television. they show you what they want to show you. The same way a lot of you guys only hear what you want to hear. These producers show you what they want to show you because they're trying to tell you an entertaining story. They're telling you what they feel is going to be entertaining to the audience, okay? So we go to the reunion, right? Actually, before I even do that, let's go to the boys' night out, okay? Let's go to the boys' night out. So Alex and Antonio break apart from the other guy. Oh, wait. Oh, hold up. Actually, let's continue with Roxanne and Kat.
The personality traits that you have are things that he wanted me to have. And obviously you're gorgeous.
Antonio felt.
I know.
So Kat is complimenting Roxanne per Alex.
A little worried.
He literally brought me here.
Yeah.
Without knowing Alex would be here, he was like, I need you to figure out if you don't like marriage or do you need a guy like Alex.
Yeah. So where's your head at now? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I think if Alex could change,
Yeah.
he'd be amazing. Does he tell you you're beautiful a lot?
Oh.
He does, but not like, oh, you're so pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see him being one to really embrace and appreciate the beauty of a woman.
Yeah.
Because his head is like so in the clouds.
Yeah.
And he's just not a gentleman. My sister's a nurse, so I told you.
Yeah.
He's
When
not a
you're in
gentleman.
the hospital and you're driving at 2 a.m. to come home, is he awake? He's not, is he? Because he told me he falls asleep.
When I'm like leaving work.
That shit pissed me off when he told me that.
I'm trying to think.
So basically she's pointing out how
Like 8 p.m.
the
or
guy
7
who she just said was thoughtful is not thoughtful. So which one is it, right? Mind you, she's talking to Kat about Alex this way, right? Let's continue.
I'm used to Antonio like setting alarms. Like he'll set an alarm when I'm driving.
That's really sweet.
Constant.
See, she's used to Antonio who's waiting on her hand and foot. So if she gets in the car, he's setting an alarm to make sure that she gets home by that time. So if he wakes up, if he falls asleep, he's waking up. Like she's used to a man waiting on her hand and foot. Alex is not that type of guy. But you just said a couple minutes ago that he was very thoughtful, right? Okay.
I feel like Antonio doesn't give himself enough credit for a lot of things. Like he thinks he's still like a shithead. Like I feel like it's like hard for him to get out of that.
Well, he has some
mindset.
bad moments. You gotta remember.
Now, mind you, too, while they're talking, they're both dissecting their partners and their new marriages that they're in with this person's partner, okay?
Like Alex. I have a certain way with feeling and knowing and just embracing women, and it has like broken my heart almost to feel like you are with someone like Alex. You know, there's some red flags.
Okay.
Red flags. I just feel there's always lies that I catch him in. Like white lies constantly. The one thing that stuck out to me the most that really was set me off with him, which I haven't talked to him about yet because we've been working, but when he met my parents, my parents loved him. You're right, he's good at talking. Sales guy.
Yeah. Good at selling himself.
But straight up lying. You know, my parents know the things I love, like guys do. So my dad straight up like, are you opening car doors? He just said, he's like, yeah, I think I do, yeah. Bitch ass, when you opening car doors for me? I've never seen you do it once. Why are you lying?
I know you said that you've caught him in like some lies.
Well, like
Or
that.
is the lies like the opening
little
car
things.
doors?
Oh my god, there's so many little ones I can't even think about it. Like he tells me certain things about work or hours he has to work.
Yeah.
But he's like napping during the day. It's just a
So he
constant
can't nap during his break.
of who he is constantly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like those of you who work from home, y'all don't be taking naps throughout the day? I know I do. Like, I know I do. So, I don't know. But anyway, this is how she was talking to Alex, right? Now, let's look at Antonio and Alex's conversation.
Is not what I was trying to express.
Okay.
It's more like nervousness.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do your parents think of Roxanne?
Why do you bring that up?
Well, I'm just curious what they said.
Mind you, Antonio is literally like pulling this out of Alex. What did your parents think? What do you think? And Alex is very hesitant to let him know his thoughts. But Antonio is literally like badgering the nigga. Well, badgering the white nigga for his opinion. Listen.
About Roxanne, about this whole experience, about Kat. Do they want you to be with Kat? Do they want you to be with someone like Roxanne? Like, what were they saying?
It's a great question. My parents asked a lot of good questions of Roxanne. I think Roxanne had some pretty good answers to them. Roxanne is very fun and easy to be around. I would say at least in short bursts.
Well, so I'm
I
curious.
thought it was cool to see that Roxanne could challenge me. I'm curious why you're asking.
I'm trying to understand exactly your motivation in all of this. Are you here to continue in a relationship with Kat? Are you here to break up with Kat? Or are you here to leave with Roxanne?
I think this is such a stupid ass question, right? This is an experience. The experience was explained to y'all. The terms and conditions were explained to y'all. So these questions, when people have these questions, it's just like, it's really stupid to me. Because it's like, yo, if I do hit off, if Alex and Roxanne did hit it off, he would leave with her. That is part of the premise of this show. Period. But let's continue.
None of the above.
Okay, you have to do one of the three.
Well, I have to do one, but it is a byproduct
I
of...
feel like you kind of dodged a lot of the point of what I asked you.
Antonio's like,
I'm
I
curious
want
if your
straight
hesitation
answers.
To answer the question directly is to spare me or to spare you.
I would say it's more to spare you.
Okay.
Well, don't spare me.
Don't spare me.
She kind of is mean, is the easy way to say it.
Okay.
I feel bad saying it. I think you're Roxanne's whipping boy.
Mind you, listen. He said, I think you are Roxanne's whipping boy. He didn't say Roxanne said this. He said, I think. I think she's mean, kinda, and I think you're her whipping boy.
But why?
She doesn't respect you.
You think she doesn't respect
I
me?
think she trusts you.
You think she respects you?
I don't know. It doesn't matter, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't respect you.
Well, I'd like to know exactly what she said then, if you think she doesn't respect me.
In so many words, not heading the right direction without the great Roxanne would be nowhere, is going to be this big loser, is just isn't going to get things done. Yeah.
That's no way that's what she said. Exactly.
And here's the thing, right? So Antonio's like, well, that's no way what she said. Alex literally said, this is what I think. And he's saying that based on his experience with her. Mind you, us as viewers, did we really need Alex to say this shit for us to feel this way? No. From the time this girl got on screen, she made it clear that she's Miss Independent. Miss Independent. All the women who independent. She's Miss Independent. She's Miss Ambitious. She's Miss I got jobs. I got businesses. I'm this, I'm that. I'm making all the money. And this man ain't making no money. He can't keep a real job. I'm trying to get him to be an entrepreneur. From day one, she said these things. We didn't need Alex to tell us this shit. Did y'all need Alex to tell you this? Because I didn't. You know why? Because I be paying attention. Now let's continue.
I just can't imagine she complains about anybody other than, like, work.
This man is delusional because clearly she's complaining about you, to you.
I feel like I just got told some bullshit by Alex. I've had a lot of men try to take Roxanne from me. It's crazy, the messages that I get from other men that...
And here's the thing, too. Antonio's very delusional because I'm going to tell you right now. You've had a lot of men trying to take Roxanne from you. If that was truly the case, Roxanne wouldn't be with you. She just wouldn't be with you. She wouldn't be with you. If a lot of men were trying to take her away from you, she would not be with you. You are poor. Period. In her eyes, you are poor. That's how she talks about you. Now, I'm pretty sure initially she probably is very attracted to these guys, but once she opens her fucking mouth, they're not sticking around for that shit, okay? So now, let's fast forward to the next episode. Because the next episode is when we see the breakdown between Alex and Roxanne post this, right? Mind you, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump to the reunion. because, and then I'm gonna go back to the fallout between Roxanne and Alex. Let me go to the reunion, because what I liked about the reunion was that they showed us even more of the conversation between Roxanne and Kat.
Did it ever make you sad to hear that Alex questions you, though?
I don't know him at all like you do, but he's not a genuine person, and it has like broken my heart almost to feel like you are with someone like Alex.
I'm kind of feeling like this isn't from a good intent, so I don't want to talk about it.
You watched it. He was very
Okay, at least Kat nipped that in the bud. She's like, yeah, I don't feel like this is a good intentions. This is not coming off as like you have good intentions with this conversation with me, so I don't want to talk about it, right? Now, let's go ahead and let's go back to the fallout between Roxanne and Alex, right? And the reason why I want to go back to that is I want to show you how she thought she was going to set this man straight. But she fucked around and she found out. Because see, the thing is, Alex and Roxanne are the same person. The same person. The only difference is a certain amount of masculinity just doesn't look good on a woman. It just doesn't, okay? But they're the same person. Roxanne really thinks she has a long ass fucking dick and that she can talk to niggas the way she does because she has Antonio, who is a doormat. And that's the real reason why she's staying with Antonio. We're gonna get into that too. But her and Alex, same fucking person. Let's go back to their conversation, right? Mind you, they were both talking shit about each other to each other's real mates, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this scene, child.
Hello.
Roxanne comes in.
How was your night?
And this is Mr. Cold, right?
So wait, come here. Give me a hug.
Oh,
We don't leave each other, so that's how I would come home normally.
Yeah?
With a hug.
How was your night?
not Mr. Heartless giving you a hug. Okay.
It's actually kind of fun.
How was it seeing Antonio?
It's good. That was fun. It was exciting.
Okay, that sounds weird. Like, what was exciting and fun about it?
We all the guys were like, oh, like we're learning a ton about ourselves.
What were you learning about yourself?
Learning about myself through you. I'm like, oh, like, okay, that's cool.
So
Like,
you were
that's
talking good stuff about me.
just like noticing things that I didn't notice about myself.
I got a call from Antonio. You were telling him that I don't respect him. When have I ever said I don't respect him?
I think
Mind you, this is the same girl who was telling Kat that he's heartless, that he doesn't know how to appreciate her as a woman, that he is not genuine, basically that he's fake, that he's a liar, right? But she's upset that he was telling Antonio, who probed him, that he was telling Antonio how he feels about her ass too. Let's continue.
specifically behind closed doors,
When did I say respect?
you don't use the word respect.
Have I ever used the word whipping boy?
No, I use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you take a lot of your insecurities out on him.
Like what?
I don't see nothing wrong.
He is the butt of jokes. Where it's like, oh, like Antonio doesn't do this. It's kind of like, oh, okay. That's kind of interesting. I don't know.
Like
Like,
what?
I wouldn't say that about a loved one.
Which we've seen her
This was
do.
like something light.
Well, you don't
innocent,
really say
whatever.
much about anything, Alex.
Just when it's important.
Now this is important to you, all of a sudden, tonight.
Yeah, because I felt bad. Like, I would want...
And mind you, listen to how she's talking to this man. Because, oh, now it's important to you. The same way it was important to you to go tell Kat how disgusting of a human being this motherfucker is too. Let's continue.
know that if I was in his shoes, I'd want to know, like, oh, like,
And I want you guys to pay
that's not
attention
love. Doesn't really
to how
fucking
she's looking
trust
at this
me.
man, how she's
Kind of
standing.
abuses that.
Do you think Kat thinks you're the best guy in the world?
Yeah.
That appears to be the trend with you. You went in tonight telling my ex that I said...
Which he didn't say.
I don't respect him and that he's a whipping boy.
Never said that you said that. That's my interpretation of
Maybe you should stop interpreting stuff.
Maybe you should stop
I thought
interpreting.
this is a safe space.
Like,
for us, for you and I, to talk about our exes and to figure out what we wanted.
so see, this bitch is a liar. The same way she's calling him a liar, she's a liar. Maybe you should stop interpreting things. You were doing the same shit. You were literally doing the same exact shit with his girl. So what's the problem? What is the problem? Let's continue. Mind you, this man is calm. He's not yelling at her. But clearly, I want you guys to look at this is the face of somebody who knows that this is some fucking bullshit. And the more she fucks around, she gonna find the fuck out. Period.
It's not a safe space.
Let's continue.
Taking things that I'm telling you in confidence through this experience.
Kind of admitting to disrespecting him right now. Think about it. You're saying, oh, I said these things in confidence, and then you went and told him.
I'm saying
He's correct.
things that I want and need from someone in a marriage. An experience like this, when you're supposed to be married to someone else, to me, I feel like you're being very unloyal to me, going to talk shit about your wife.
You were doing the same
I'm
shit.
talking about these things to you in confidence.
You were doing the same shit.
Things that I want
We're
to
admitting
be.
it again, but.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't handle a conversation.
Yes, that's how you probably fucking talk to Kat.
She deserved that. Period. You deserve that. Because you're fucking lying, you're deflecting, and then you're trying to make this all his fault as if he's the only one that's doing this. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong for going to talk about her to Antonio, but bitch, you was doing the same motherfucking thing. Point blank, period. And every time he toe tags you, you're, oh my God. So yeah, him saying, oh my God, I can't carry on a fucking conversation. He's absolutely fucking wrecked. Let's continue.
It makes you feel weak.
That's what you just
That
did
shit
to
doesn't
me.
make me feel weak, Alex.
I think it does.
You fucking wish, because
Okay.
you're used to that.
It does make you weak. Because why are you bringing it up?
You would have never acted like anything happened. And that's who you are. You're a little fake.
So are you. Next.
So,
What?
your demeanor was...
Mind you, you're calling him a name, and he's like, what? He's done. He's fucking done. And she's just sitting there like she just keeps going like it's all good. Let's continue.
Insightful. We all learned a lot about each other. Had a blast. That's what you were saying. Why are you so fucking, just be real.
What?
I don't want to live in an apartment with someone that I can't trust to talk to. You're twisting things and saying, I don't think she respects you.
Well, I don't think you respect him.
And I think you fucking walk all over Kat. Maybe Kat's used to someone who's not a gentleman. You haven't been any of the things that I need or want.
I think you just don't like that I'm standing up for myself.
Period.
No, I just don't like
I
that
don't
there's
understand.
a man who doesn't do the most simple things to make me. It's not about women, actually. Me. What I want. I've been very clear of the things that I like and what I want. I didn't say go buy me a fucking Louis Vuitton. I said I love when you open the car door. How many of my groceries?
The trash right there. Who do you think brought that in?
Are you kidding me? You're gonna say because you take the trash out, you are like ultimate man?
No, it's...
Now, this is where she found out after fucking around, right? This is a prime example of gaslighting. When someone is gaslighting you, they usually start gaslighting you when they're losing an argument or when they know that they're about to lose an argument, okay? The reason they want to gaslight you now is to confuse you. They know that they're losing this particular argument. They weren't talking about no groceries. They weren't talking about cleaning. They weren't talking about opening the car door. They were talking about the fact that she feels that he's fake for talking about her to Antonio. This is the same bitch who did the same shit when she met up with Kat. So she's losing this argument and now she's gonna bring up something else. That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting. Deflection. Now I'm gonna deflect. Now I'm gonna bring up other things in order to win this argument. But here's the thing. You can't gaslight a motherfucker who's already on fire. From the beginning of the show, we've seen that Alex is a motherfucker who's hot. Hot and ready, like Little Caesars. You can't gaslight a motherfucker who's already on fire. Let's continue.
Just one example of many.
You saw me cleaning the other night, so are you gonna get up and help? Maybe? And you're like,
I don't need to help every time you
That
clean.
was the first time we've cleaned. We said we're going to clean on Sundays. So Sunday, Clorox was out, Windex was out. I was doing this, putting dishes away, cleaning everything, doing the bathroom, scrubbing the toilet. I came out and said, you going to help?
Job.
Would you say great job?
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Awesome. You're not my mom.
Period.
You're not going to just boss me around and make me do things.
Period.
If I'm trying to relax on Sunday, you're not going to boss me around. I'm going to get to things. I'm an adult. I'm a mature guy. I understand when things need to be cleaned and when they don't. I'm going to handle my stuff. You kind of need to stay in your own lane and let me...
fuck off.
Period. Period.
In my own lane.
Period.
Are you
Stay in your own motherfucking lane, puss asshole. That shit that you be doing with Antonio, you not gonna bring this shit the fuck here. Period. 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 I stand with Alex. I stand with Alex. I see nothing wrong with that. He was calm the entire time. Was he cold? Was he emotionless? Yes. So what? So the fuck what? So the fuck what? He was being gaslit. Point blank, period. And to be honest, I really think that that's a good way to deal with a gaslighter. I'm going to bring you the facts. Point blank, period. Period. I'm going to be stern in my speech. You're not going to run all over me and bring up other shit and think that you're just going to like knock me off and confuse me. No, bitch. We were talking about this. This is what we were talking about. Your problem is, Roxanne, that you want to be the man in relationships. You think because you have so much money that you are the man in your relationships. That's the real issue. That is the real issue. Then, you know what's funny about this? After this, in the next episode, we see a scene where Antonio literally says everything that Alex was telling him he felt about their relationship. All right, so let's get into this scene. This is what, episode 7. And this is Antonio and Roxanne, right?
Oh, I love you.
They're in their apartment.
Who are you talking to?
Okay.
I'm jealous.
Love you.
Mm-hmm. Love you too?
You could say that.
This is the same girl who was calling
you're offended.
Alex cold-hearted.
I'm not gonna say something.
Holy shit.
Babe, I'm not gonna...
He just said, I love you. And she's like, mm-hmm. He's like, what, I love you too? And he's looking at her and she said, I'm not going to say stuff that I don't mean. But you were just calling Alex heartless. You were just saying that Alex doesn't know how to appreciate a woman. Da-da-da-da-da. Look at you and your man.
I love you too, because you said
If you don't mean it.
Not in that moment.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I love you too just because you said it. The same way Alex told you, well, just because you cleaning up a toilet, maid, I'm not going to do it too just because you're doing it. Same person. Same person.
Antonio, in that moment, I wasn't thinking...
Don't get mad at me for feeling some kind of way that you didn't want to say that you love me too. That's...
Yeah, all right. Listen to
I
this.
feel like I'm not good enough for you. I feel like I have to push you to tell me that you care about me or that you love me. I just feel like there's like a different level of respect that we have for each other.
Like you like sports.
Yes.
There's different leagues, correct?
Ouch. You're a pro and I'm an amateur?
Nope. That's
Bruh, like how many receipts do we have to really go through here? This man is literally saying word for word, bar for bar, what Alex had told him he felt. And to be honest, while I was watching this, I'm like, damn, thank goodness Alex did tell him. He might have not liked the way he said it, even though I feel like Alex was very respectful when he said it. And he said it because, literally because Antonio was begging him to tell him his thoughts. But I feel like, you know what? Now you're coming to terms with the fact that, yeah, this girl, she's wasting your fucking time. She doesn't see anything in you. She doesn't value you, right? This motherfucker goes on to get engaged to this lady, proposes to her. She says yes, only to show up to the reunion without her ring. Bitch took her ring off the next day and said that to her, she feels that wearing a ring, that's a sign of control. It's too much submission. He should be wearing a ring too. Girl, you just don't want to get married. You don't want to get married. Period. Just say that. Then they try to, pacify us with this whole thing that, oh, now he got his own business where he tints in windows or whatever the fuck. Sir. And he's still with her. And he's not going nowhere. Because you are her whipping boy. Just like Alex told you. You are her bitch. And what's crazy too is Alex, who shows up with Kat, you see way more growth in Alex. He's wearing his ring. He's like, we're matching. I want to be matching today. He came with their save the date. They got a date for their wedding. He's excited about having kids. And here she go, oh, well, Alex told me he wanted to have 12 kids. Girl, that was all on camera. It was a fucking joke. Why do you care? He was heartless to you. Then it's Nick and Vanessa. So, would you get married? Like, are you ready to get married to Antonio? And she's like, that's just not my priority today. And here go Vanessa's puss ass. Well, if we got someone to officiate the wedding right now, would you get married to him? And girl, she just told you that's not on her priority. Are you fucking dumb? Does Vanessa Lachey have like a hearing problem or something? This girl she's fucking weird. She said no. Then she says no again. She does not want to get married to this man. Period. Okay? She wants this man to remain her bitch. That's it. End of story. And I hate the fact that she was never really held accountable, or they never really dissected that moment. But what I love is for Alex, like, child, we done moved on, we good. Kat kind of shed some light on that too, saying, like, she didn't have good intentions. Especially when you get to watch everything, you're like, wow, bitch, like, you really didn't have good intentions. And she told her that to her face during filming. But yeah, it's just, Roxanne didn't learn shit from this experience. She ain't shit. She didn't learn shit. She just needs to marry her fucking job. That's what she should fucking do. Just marry your fucking job. That's it. I really think that Roxanne's whole point of coming on this show was to up her profile and let people know that she has a titty bit. What's her titty business? She does nipple rings or whatever. I hope y'all buy it. That's the only reason why she came on this shit. She didn't take nothing serious from this experience. She learned nothing. Moving on to somebody else who didn't learn nothing, we saw Lisa and Brian show up. She had the baby apparently, so there was a real baby. Congratulations to them. But Lisa was someone else who didn't learn shit to me. Didn't learn absolutely nothing. And it was crazy, her attitude towards Raya. Raya was sharing with her how she felt about the way she talked about her, calling her the Hooters bitch. And this was her response.
It just seems like you were trying to put down another woman because you were upset, and I did not appreciate that at all.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This was just downright fucking disgusting. Then she tried to basically like gaslight Raya on some, I just felt like you was here to, get at my man. Bitch, this is the experience. This is the whole point of the experience, for y'all to experience other people. For y'all to experience other bitches, for y'all to experience other niggas. And you're the one who took your man here. Brian didn't ask you to bring him here. You made him come here. And what happened is you saw that they made a connection and you got mad. Then, mind you, she called this girl a roach. Like, she literally called her a fucking roach. And nobody batted an eye. Not Nick, not Vanessa's puss ass ever asked her any questions about that. Like, you were really vile and disgusting towards this girl for what? And then you're at this reunion continuing that. But mind you, you said you were vile to her during filming because of your hormones. Well, bitch, this is post you having a baby. So what's the excuse now? No, you're just a disgusting ass human being. You're just an ugly ass bitch on the inside, which is why you still not married, which is why you still a baby mama and you still not motherfucking married to the nigga that you beating.
Are you here to learn anything, or are you just here to play?
Excuse me? Mind you, she goes on to share that she also worked at Hooters. So what the fuck are we talking about here? Then Nick and Vanessa never addressed the fact that she hit this man on national television. No questions about that shit. No real questions. This reunion had no real questions, period. But there were no fucking real questions. No real questions. No real questions. And you know what's so funny to me? I would have at least asked her a question after this, because then they were talking and they were asking, you know, Brian and Lisa, you know, side note, Lisa put everything on her hormones. That's why she was acting the way she was, because it was her hormones. Girl, that's not hormones. You are a raging bitch. Literally a couple scenes before that scene, Brian told you, hey, you need to work on your anger when you're going to see me with other people. He literally forewarned you because he knows he is a battered man. He knows that you be beating his ass behind closed doors, okay? You are a man beater. Point blank, period. It was not your hormones, okay? You can fool them, but during Black Women's Fold Every White Chair and Swing Month, you're not gonna fool me, okay? Okay? You can play dominoes, you can play Uno, but you can't play me, okay? You are a man beater. Point blank, period. All right? And now that you got a son, I feel that you're gonna be beating let me not say that shit. But girl, you are a man beater. Point blank, period. What else? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so they were just saying, so where are you guys in your relationship? And Brian was like, yeah, you know, we're doing things on our own. Finally, we're doing things our way, which is like, to me, it was like, well, what way was y'all doing it before? Finally, we're doing things our way. They get their usher on. And then, you know, Vanessa and Nick were like, well, do you see yourselves getting married or whatever? And Brian was like, you know, not right now. Pretty much, like, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, you know, not right now. You know, and Lisa was like, well, I told him I can't be a baby mama. Girl, you are a baby mama. Next. You are a baby mama. Then she goes on and she says, well, you know, he ain't going nowhere. I would have had to ask her, so you know he ain't going nowhere, so what was the point of you coming to this experience? What was the point of you coming to this experience and wasting everybody's motherfucking time? What was the point? What was the point? You know he ain't going nowhere. You not going nowhere either. Because don't nobody want to deal with that shit. You think any man out here, after seeing that, you think they gonna want to deal with you? Absolutely not. Not nobody in their right mind. Oh, he ain't going nowhere. Bitch, you ain't going either. You and your son. You not going nowhere. Don't nobody want to deal with that. You are a whole man beater. Brian is a battered man. And can't nobody convince me otherwise. Okay? Let's go on to, what was his name? To Raya and Trey. I'm not surprised that they got engaged. To be honest, I don't really have much to say about those two. I think Raya didn't learn anything. And to be honest, I think Trey would have ran off into the sunset with Ryan if Ryan was not afraid to try some black dick. Ryan has never been with a black man. I really feel if Trey were a white man, if Trey were a young white man, she would have ran off into the sunset with him. Their connection was great. They talk a lot. They talk alike. They think alike. And to be honest, to me, they kind of look alike. It's just that one is white, one is black. But they had a real connection. And even seeing those scenes where, there was one scene where they showed what was his name? The guy that Ryan is with. I can't remember his damn name. I don't give a fuck. But he's the one who was with Raya. He was fucking tormenting her all night long, like Lionel Richie. All night long, just tormenting her. The girl has been with this man since she was 17. They're 24 now. They had no business being on the show. They had no business being on the show. Y'all are too young. You haven't been with enough people. You've never been with a black man. I really think that if Trey were white, they would have ran off into the sunset, period. I think that Trey likes Raya because I feel that Raya is a symbol of a trophy wife to him. And Raya is there to be a trophy, period. I want to live in the city for a year. When we get married, I want all gold wedding. Like, she's the trophy. And you know what? I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Okay? But both of y'all didn't learn shit. Nothing changed in your relationship. Point blank, period. Who else got engaged? Oh, Kat and Alex. I kind of touched on them before. They're doing great, period. This reunion sucked. It was whack. It was horrible. As you can see in this video, I literally spent 30 minutes on one issue. The reunion sucked. There were no real questions asked. We got to the bottom of nothing. This season sucked ass. It was boring as fuck. Nick and Lachey, Nick and Vanessa are horrible hosts. Because I really feel like as hosts, y'all could have made this reunion spicy, but you wasted my motherfucking time. I don't want to see y'all on no more shows. I don't want to see y'all hosting anything else. I know y'all going to be back for Love is Blind after the altar tomorrow. I can expect y'all to be on another season of Love is Blind, but I really want y'all gone off my motherfucking screen. Y'all suck. Somebody please call me. Netflix people, call me. You want a real host? Call me. Call 1-800-JessieWoo. Call me. And I will host the shit out of your motherfucking show. But these motherfuckers right here, they are useless. They are a waste of motherfucking time. This season was whack. This season was whack. Bring back Ultimatum LGBTQ. Them people got it going on. The LGBTQ community, them motherfuckers right there, they got some shit going on. Bring them back. Bring them back. Bring all their ass back. Okay? Bring everybody back. Bring me them people. Bring me them. The straights, y'all are boring. This was boring. And it's crazy because the first season of Ultimatum was all straight people and it was exciting as fuck. But this was whack. It was whack. And you know what's crazy? Like today I had a meeting and with a big production company, and they really want me to be on a dating show. And I'm like, I don't want to be on nobody's dating show. I want to host one. I need to be hosting Love Island. I need to be hosting Love is Blind. I need to be hosting, like, y'all, please help me manifest this. Please. Like, this time next year, I want to be able to come on here and say, sister, we are hosting a motherfucking dating show. Like, that would be a dream come true to me because I would eat that shit the fuck up. Please. Help me manifest that. I really, really want to do it because if these motherfuckers get the job, why can't I? Why can't I? Anyway, drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this season of the Ultimatum and the reunion. Let me know your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.